Peace and love, peace and love. Let's go ahead and do this. New moon in Libra, y'all. I'm going to wait for some of y'all to come in here because I know it's like 30 minutes after the time that I said, but I was taking care of some stuff and I looked back on the post and y'all jumped on it. So I'm waiting for some people to come in here so we can get into the new moon in Libra and what it meant and what it represented and how a lot of people may have seen this energy come into their life. And you still have time. It lasts for like the next 3 days. So this was the date that the new moon started, but it also continues. The energy lasts before the moon starts to wax. So you have time for a lot. But with the new moon energy, and it's going to just be real short, the new moon energy is just talking about new partnerships, new relationships, new friendships, starting something new with people, or some people restarting something. So if you're already in a relationship, it's a good time to renegotiate your relationship or renegotiate your contract, I would say, because everything is always still business, and so your contracts that you have in life in general reflect who you are. And so for Aries, this is going to be a confrontation for you guys to confront the places in your life where you need other people in your life. I don't know if you guys can see me. Oh, there we go. Aries, confronting where you need other people in your life. Aries is a very independent sign. Aries deals with the self. Aries deals with initiating things and gaining knowledge on their own. They're self-starters. And so with this new moon in Libra, it's going to help them confront places where they need assistance, where they might need a partnership, where you need alliances in your life. And really, wherever you have Aries in your chart, this is where it's going to be confronting that. This is also making sure you have tight partnerships with people. Because this is Libra season in general. Libra season is a fall. Libra season is a fall because it's dealing with partnerships and you taking your light through other people and having to balance something and having to share something and split the pie with somebody else and keeping everybody else whole. So it also deals with your integrity, your moral standing, and your relationship with God or your higher power. And so this is also all connected to your heart chakra. So all of this is dealing with things that you're connected to and people that you connect with that new moon in Libra. Also, Libra is dealing with, like I said, contracts. It's dealing with that scale. It's dealing with anybody who might have legal issues or anything like that, where you might need a third party, so a judge or a lawyer or anything like that. So people might have new cases, situations where you might need a third party, where it's just dealing with business in general, where people might have new partnerships in business. People might be having proposals for business. This is also for marriage. So different types of proposals, things starting fresh, starting new, giving you a chance to, like I said, form an alliance for the time that you're going to be alone. There are times in your life that you stand alone, but there are times in your life that you sign a contract or you form some type of alliance with other people so that you're covered in times where it's some things you can't see or things you can't do or pay for or afford that other people in your life can. So covering your weaknesses or covering your own ass is what Libra does for you. And it's showing you how to be fair. You have to be fair to get fairness. So Libra shows all of us that. And so that's what it's going to be doing all this month in general with the sun in Libra. Is focusing on your partnerships and who you trust in and who you deal with. And all of that, like I said, makes you look at yourself a lot closer, because sometimes you realize a whole lot about yourself depending on who you have in your life. So like I said, with Aries, that's going to be a confrontation about who you identify with, what you identify with, and what type of people you let in your life. It's also going to be a challenge for Capricorns and Cancers. Cancers is dealing with your emotions, dealing with what makes you comfortable and where you're strong and where you have a foundation at. And your relationships challenge that. If you're not strong and you're not solid and in a stable place with your emotions, that's going to challenge any partnership you enter in, whether it be a job, whether it be with on a personal matter or for any type of way. So you always want to think about where you are on the emotional state, because that can challenge that, specifically for Cancers, because that's their sun sign, or if that's your moon sign, or if that is your ascendant, that's going to affect you in a different type of way. Capricorns as well, because Capricorns deal with your structure and where you form boundaries in your life and where you don't let everybody in your life and where you create a line and you tell people not to cross this line. And Capricorn and Cancer, they're right across from each other, but what they do with Aries and Libra, they challenge that. And so a relationship is also going to challenge your how everybody else sees you. So I would say your reputation. Okay, so that's why your partnerships and who you form relationships with also have a lot to do with your success, how other people see you. Because a lot of people, when you form yourself in unity with somebody else, now everybody sees you as one. So whatever it is your partner does, or people that you align yourself with, whatever they do, people also are going to align you with that type of behavior, whatever it is, whether it's of greatness or whether it's of doing terrible things or whatever it is. Birds of a feather, it truly is true. And a lot of people say, well, that's not true. I have a lot of friends that do things that I don't do. But the thing is, you stand back and you watch them do things that you don't agree with. And so if you watch somebody do things that you don't agree with, then how are they a part of your life? You're low-key okay with it. You low-key give them clearance. Even if you're not actively doing it, your subconscious or something, a part of you is okay with it for you to allow it. So that's why birds of a feather still flock together, because it's just something that you would entertain later. That's just not something you would entertain now. So that's a reflection of you, everybody that you tie yourself into. So this new moon is in Libra is giving you a new cycle of relationships. It's giving you a new cycle to start things fresh. This is new jobs for a lot of people. People are doing a lot of things, and this is just giving you that clearance to go ahead and put in whatever it is that you're looking for when you set your intentions. Like I say, most times people set their intentions when the moon is waxing. When it starts to wax, which is in the next few days, it starts to wax. And as you're doing that, as the moon is getting bigger, this is when you put in your intention and you say what it is that you want as it's growing. So when the moon is full, not that you always see the results right then, but at least for the next 6 months, you'll see that result when the moon is in Aries. I'm sorry. When the sun is in Aries. I apologize. But it affects everybody differently. Also, let's go back to Tauruses. So that can cause a little bit of disharmony with Tauruses with this moon, depending on where you're sitting, your type of contract. But Tauruses, you have to know your worth. If you know your value and you know your worth, then setting a contract is quite okay. Whether it's somebody that you're talking to, it's a lot of first dates tonight, a lot of people hanging out with somebody for the first time. Knowing your value and making sure you have wisdom in what you're doing and in your experiences, you'll be okay. And that's also for the next 3 days. Let me see here. Geminis. This creates harmony in relationships for Geminis because Libra and Gemini, they love to communicate. Those are both air signs. So that's a trine wherever you have Gemini in your chart. That's just things of relationships and having an understanding. And since Libra deals with partnerships and assistance and people being together and being in a team, that's awesome for Gemini because it helps them get clarity and understanding when there's one-on-one and there's not a lot of confusion for a Gemini. So this could be really, really good for Geminis. Oh, peace and love, Melanie. Oh, pieces. Oh, Taurus. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah. So every new moon and full moon is not going to always feel good. And I tell people that because how it affects different signs, it might affect your sign in a different way. And so a lot of people be like, that new moon was not all that. Because of what it does for your sign or where you have that in your chart. Especially, like I said, if it's creating some type of disharmony and wherever it is in your natal chart, it can affect you as well. I apologize, y'all. I was talking loud a lot today. And my new moon in Libra was awesome. I went out with a friend today. That was my first time hanging with her. She was really cool. And she was just like, let's go out to eat and let's hang out. And I'll get into that. So that's why I'm like, the new moon was definitely cool for me. I was just talking loud. So now I'm like in here trying to strain my voice. And I naturally have a raspy voice anyway. So anyway, Geminis, Cancers, I talked about how it challenges you guys. Like I said, it's going to challenge you if you're not strong in your foundation, if you're not solid. it can challenge you, because relationships, also wherever your family is, Cancer, that represents your family. So a new relationship that you're starting, it could challenge, your family can challenge that. It can challenge where you're not cool with yourself at in certain areas. It also could reveal where you're not emotionally stable, Cancers. So you think about the crab. All right, when they're stable, they're good. Remember, because the crab is always in their home. They're already at home. So that's why Cancer teaches us you're already in your body, you're already in your home, and you have to be comfortable within self. All right, but when Cancers are unstable, think about a crab when it's unstable, and when it's unstable, and like when it's missing a couple of claws or anything like that, it gets defensive and it wants to, claw at you. It wants to pinch you. So when they're not stable, that's what they do. When they're not stable within self, when they're not on solid ground, when they're like this, when they're wobbling, Cancers can get real crabby, moody, mean, all of those things. And it challenges your relationship, how you are. But also, like I said, Cancer represents the family. So somebody's family, or the way you grew up, all right, your root issues could be challenging a partnership, a job, a business. Because you have to think about, a lot of people don't think about their emotions and the way they grew up when they go into business. You just want to go into business, but you have to untrain yourself from a lot of things and be conditioned in a different way and really start over when you manage your time, manage money, manage your emotions, and all of those things. So you really want to think about that. Everybody, and wherever you have Cancer in your chart, and just dealing with your emotions in general. Um, Leos. Leos, this is harmony with you guys. Leos love a party, they love attention, they love a good time, and this is harmony with Libra, a fire sign and an air sign, and so they rise together. This is a good time when you put those together. And so that's a lot of celebration. That's a good time for Leos, and Leos don't mind being in a partnership. Leos are very powerful. Leos are very loyal. So Leo in a relationship is pretty good. That's all right. Especially a Leo with confidence. When a Leo has confidence and a Leo knows their power, they can get a whole lot done because they carry a lot of strength. But when a Leo doesn't know their power, they don't know their strength, a Leo can't get anything done, and they'll procrastinate and they'll put things off because they lack confidence in completing the task. So it depends on, where you at in your life, Leos, or wherever you have Leo at in your chart, what this new moon is going to do for you. But they normally create harmony and opportunities for each other. So this could be really good. So that goes back to some type of proposal. Some people might be celebrating a job or a business. Like I said, people might be about to get married, creating that type of contract. But that's talking about a celebration or a celebratory union when you're talking about Leo and Libra. All right, Virgos, you guys are right beside Libra. Virgos, we just came out of your sign, so y'all clean everything up and make everything real tidy for Libra to come in and make everything very, very pretty and beautiful. Because Libra likes to decorate. They're like the interior decorators of the zodiac. They might like to make everything nice and make everything shine and look just right. And so, Virgo, y'all just cleaned everything up, and you guys are 30 degrees away from Libra, so you guys are neutral to what they do. You guys kind of set things up, and Libra comes in and knocks it down. So this setting up new things for you. This is like you guys straightening up your whole house last month and breaking everything down and analyzing and examining everything. And now you get to come in and dress it up really nice. And y'all get to put the curtains up now and paint the walls and make it look the way you want it to look. And so Virgo taught us service and how to accommodate other people and how to be there for other people and how to have a routine about it and for ourselves. Virgo teaches us a lot. So now that we're in Libra, for Virgos, they just get to walk into a place, a situation, and make it more tidy. Virgo, when Venus was in Virgo, a lot of people were criticizing and really being very meticulous about their lovers and people that they were choosing to be with. And so now that we're in Libra, now they're making that contract. All right, I had to clean it up and really put you under the microscope. Now some people might be initiating some type of union with other people or a job or anything. They might have had you under the microscope or may have been looking at your background or something like that before they decided to contract with you. Okay? That was Virgos. Oh, well, Libras, that's going to be really good for you, of course. It's new cycles for you. Libras love partnerships. Libras love relationships. They love teamwork. They love balancing the scales. They love fairness. They love to stay whole. But the thing is with Libras, the reason why it's a fall because you guys have to learn how to face where you are dependent. Okay, and so because you guys love doing that so much, you have to confront yourself. So no different from the Aries, this is making you confront yourself, and making you sometimes dealing with yourself. All right, so this new moon is a new cycle of new friends, new people that you're meeting, new people that you're knowing. But this is also you confront yourself, and like I said, identifying who you even let in your circle and why you always need backup. Because the Libras deal with having backup all the time. Okay, I always say Libra is a sign that's gonna go call their cousins. All right, because Aries is a sign that'll stand alone. And so Libras love creating treaties with other people, or other countries, other planets. They love saying, hey, so I'm right here, so if anything goes wrong, you got me, I got you. Okay, so that's why they deal with having clients. Like I said, a lawyer, or dealing with a judge, or somebody that's going to stand in and speak on your behalf, or a fiduciary relationship where somebody is the one that's in control and the other person is leading and the other person is submitting or letting that other person take the lead. And Libras, this is helping you guys stand up and not always let somebody else take the lead. This is you learning how to drive. All right, you got to learn how to act before you can have somebody else back. I always say that for Libras. And so you got to know what you would do alone. Know how you would act and what you would do alone before you create so many contracts and so many partnerships. And so that's why Libras also deal with injustice. All right, of course it's still going back to a lawyer or law, but it's also dealing with injustice because sometimes you guys need to learn how to tip the scale. So with this new cycle, learning how to tip the scale. So sometimes what you think is fair is not always fair for you guys. You guys sometimes cut yourself out of a deal or give yourself the worst end of the deal because you want to appear so fair. And this is where your frustration comes in, and then that's when the Aries come out in y'all. Because y'all low-key, y'all got Aries in y'all too. Okay? So that's you guys at 180 degrees when you meet who you really are, because you never get to meet yourself because you guys always got somebody else in the guest room. You never spend time in the master bedroom. So this new moon in Libra is telling Libra, spend time in the master bedroom a little bit. Go spend time and do what an Aries would do, and this is how you create dominance within yourself. Because with the sun in Libra in the first place, you guys, it's already a fall. The sun in Libra is the fall because it's the fall. Okay, it's starting to get cold outside. So this is where we grab partners. This is where we grab somebody else and get assistance in life in general. And this is why 6 months ago, you guys were, doing things and standing strong and on your own and dealing with independence, and that's quite okay. But what can you do in a team? So, like I said, Libras, you start off in a team. So what can you do by yourself? All right? And learning how to have proper contracts. Because you guys will swear, everything was fair when sometimes some people are really shorting you out and really putting you out, and you guys don't realize it, and sometimes you realize it and you don't speak up, so you got to call somebody else to confront them. No, confront it yourself so you can know what you do alone. Learn how to use your gun, Libras. Libra, Scorpio. So you guys are 30 degrees away from Libra, so this is not a horrible influence for y'all. So this is 30 degrees away. This makes you guys neutral. Scorpio takes out the trash. Scorpio makes sure everything is clear. Scorpio are very thorough individuals. They're very they clean up everything. They get up under everything at their highest self. And they do it with good intent at their highest self. At their lowest self, they investigating and they trying to figure out something, and it's not always for the good. It's to embarrass you or call you out or however. So think about that. But Scorpio's taking out the trash. So with this new moon in Libra, this might be a new relationship because you've taken something out before. A relationship after an old relationship. This also, Scorpios like to bring things back to life as well. So this could be starting over in a relationship that had ended before, and you're giving it a new chance. So that's like why it goes back to negotiating contracts for a lot of people. A lot of people are deciding to talk to somebody that they hadn't talked to in a while, or giving somebody a second chance. And that's quite okay. And Mercury is about to be retrograding, so any relationships that have ended anyway, it might spin that person back into your life when Mercury starts to retrograde. It's just gonna dig up old relationships and bring people back and ask you, are you finished with this person? What do you want to do with it? So Scorpios, it's a good start for you guys, starting over, starting fresh. That's what y'all do best. Y'all go in somewhere and come out different. I always say that you guys do very well with renovations and transformations and stuff just looking different after you're finished with it. So this is starting new relationships and on a deeper level for Scorpios. And you guys deal with intense and deep involvement with things. So this is somebody that could be in the long run, but make sure that it's something that it's not just feeding your desires, because Scorpios, y'all deal with desire. Y'all deal with feeding your desire. At your highest self, you control that desire, and you realize you're happy with what you already have. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius is this is really good for you guys. All right, because you guys are 60 degrees away from Libra. Sagittarius always says the traveler, and Libra, I call it the hotel room because they're the accommodators. They're always a really good host. They'll host really well. They know how to treat other people because they represent the guest room. And because Sagittarius is a traveler, they travel far and wide. They go everywhere that they're going. They need somewhere to take a break. Libra is right there to take them in and help them accommodate and make them feel good and give them everything that they need and provide them with whatever. And Sagittarius is going to come in and tell the Libra all their stories and everything they've been doing while they was on the road. So this is like a decent relationship. So with Sagittarius is either you're going to be the visitor if you're on the road, or you might be taking in a visitor. But this is also some type of new relationship or partnership, some type of new trip. This is going somewhere, staying somewhere new. For Sagittarius, this is for you to also open up in places where you feel inferior. This is for you to get bigger and expand on it. And this could be through a partnership. This could be through somebody that you meet or that you've met or that you've just started back fresh with on a situation. This is also Sagittarius. Pay attention to legal issues. Sagittarius. Especially, not all Sagittarius are on the road, but dealing with traveling or anything like that, you want to make sure that you're legit. Especially, I know the other month, Jupiter just went back direct. So this has got a lot of people back on the road in life, but literally back on the road. You don't want to get pulled over. So you want to make sure that you're legit in every type of way, Sag, and make sure in every type of way that the person that you're allowing into your life or whatever that you're signing as far as a contract, make sure that that's legit. Sagittarius is y'all don't like looking at fine print. Okay, y'all like to be so big that you don't see the small stuff, and y'all miss a lot of stuff in life because y'all like stuff on a grand, large scale. Okay, and there be a lot of small stuff down there that could just take you out on a whole nother level if you don't pay attention. And so I know y'all like things big, but take something and condense it and make it smaller and zoom in on that so you can really like move, because y'all take really big steps and it be a whole lot of good stuff in between the steps that you made. So pay attention to that. Sagittarius, Capricorn. Like I said, this is a challenge. And the only way it's a challenge is if you're not disciplined. And not just Capricorns, wherever you have it. Wherever you're not disciplined in your life, this is where this could be a challenge for you. Because it means somebody coming into your life or a situation coming into your life that you may not be ready for, because it's bringing balance and harmony. But if you don't have the discipline, or if you're not prepared, which also deals with preparation, this could really mess you up. This is dealing with a lot of people with their career. This is dealing with work. Like I said, your reputation, because also it's a challenge, like I said, who you bring into your life, who you have as partnerships or friends or however, that also challenges your reputation. That challenges how other people see you. That challenges your success and how far you're going to get up the ladder in life, and how far you elevate. It's also dealing with your throat chakra. So think about the things that you say and how far you can go with the things that you say. But that's also minimizing your energy in the things that you say. Because Capricorn is a very rich sign. All of the earth signs are very rich, but they're very cheap. Meaning talk is cheap. They gotta work. So they're very they use their words properly. Okay, and they put emphasis on proper words. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say at their highest self. And I always say that because people always are like, I know to somebody that's their sign, they're nothing like that. you've never met them at their highest self, and they may have never met themselves at their highest self. So that's why you always find those superficial, you know, those superficial traits that people always talk about with a sign, or how people, you know, only talk about that. On a deeper level, all signs are like really amazing. And so Capricorns are really good for business. Okay, and that's why they're very selective. That's the word I was thinking about. They're very selective about who they let in their life, and they're selective about who they give money to. So that's why I say Capricorns, Tauruses, and Virgos, they not spending their time or money on anything that's not valuable. Because Virgos already, they represent your credit. They represent good credit. They pay the bills. Taurus is what you got in the bank. Okay, and Capricorn is your investments, what you're going to do with it in the long run. That's money for your purpose. Okay, so Taurus is dealing with your money for your basic needs right now. So that Taurus don't have time to talk to you if you're not worth it. Okay? So that's why this can cause disharmony, because money sometimes and assets can cause some type of, money and assets can cause disharmony in relationships. So that's why even though Venus rules Taurus and Libra, there's a lot of disharmony with each other, because there's money and there's relationships that don't always mix, especially if the negotiation isn't going right, if y'all not negotiating properly, if they don't have a solid relationship with God. Because if you don't have a solid relationship with God, you don't have a solid relationship with anybody, because God is self. And so once you know, when you're looking outside of self, you're always looking at self. You're always looking at a student. You're always looking at your reflection. It's easy for you to cut deals with other people and give people forgiveness or chances or anything like that. It's just easier to not judge other people. And so that's why your relationship with God is very important when you're talking about Libra. All right. Libra is also talking about the law of oneness and unity. So that's why it's, you know, bringing things together. And that's why it's dealing with a third party. Okay. Because 3 is 1. Okay, so any type of contract you sign, you're going to always either have your lawyer present, you're going to have a judge present, or you're going to have some type of witness present, whether it's for marriage, for anything. Other parties have to be present for that to be something that's official, correct? Okay, so that's why in every relationship, you want to make sure that, you know, things are balanced. And that's why this is dealing with a church, or this is dealing with court, or anything like that, where somebody else is being a witness to what's taking place. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn, stay strong, but it can challenge you too, because you guys can be very restricted. And so when talking about relationships, that challenges you guys as well. Y'all can be real tough, you know. And so, like I say, don't be so restricted that you close out something that could really come into your life, but be restricted enough to look at the fine print and look at what they're bringing into your life, you know, and see if they're valuable and if they fit in your life in any type of way, especially in the long run. Capricorns. Aquarius this is a trine with you guys. Aquarius is dealing with the public, is dealing with the crowd, is dealing with friends and strangers, people you do and don't know. And so with Libra, it creates a trine because you make your partnerships, a lot of times relationships start through a friend, or you out in public with your friends and you meet somebody. And so that's why this creates a trine with Aquarius. Aquarius also deal with new things, or something that's different, or things that change. All right, drastic changes. So it could be something that quick that you get with somebody, or things that could go wrong. So Aquarius, use your wisdom with the new people that you're around, new situations that you're around, or court issues. Use your wisdom. Your wisdom is what you've experienced before and what you've done before. What happened before? Use it this time. This is how you're going to move forward. This is how you're going to know what to do. Also, take chances, though. Aquarius love taking chances. Y'all are like the unicorn. Y'all so unique and different. And at the same time, you know, you guys love to be social. You know, y'all are like social butterflies. And so y'all love to take a chance. So go out there and do something different. And Aquarius creates diamonds with Leo. All right, because Leo is a superstar, but Aquarius is in the crowd. Okay, so Aquarius is unique within the crowd, but Leo is unique and they're on the stage. Okay, and so I always say you have to learn to roar before you soar, because Leo is roaring and getting the attention on the stage with the mic. All right, but You have to learn to soar in Aquarius, because Aquarius is what creates the changes in life in general. They create their technology. They're futuristic. They're the ones who set us up for the future. They're the ones who do all this stuff and create these inventions and things we've never heard of and things like that. So Aquarius is, you know, and this is also representing groups and social groups and people who think the same. So this is a good time for Aquarius to meet new friends that talk about the things you talk about, who want to create the changes in the world that you want to create, who are humanitarians like you guys. At your lowest self, you guys are rebellious. So, you know, y'all go against the grain. And that, the rebellious is not always bad, but at your lowest self, you're doing things just to make noise. I say sometimes, Aquarius. So you're doing things for the greater good of everybody at your highest self, or you're doing things just for yourself and to make you look different and to say F everybody else. So it's up to you, Aquarius, but use your wisdom, because that's where your mistakes come from. You know, you guys either are taking the risk, y'all the risk takers, or y'all make the most mistakes. And so it's because y'all stumble a lot. All right, but y'all also are the original game changers, because when y'all also know how to turn your mistakes into something that's trendy. So Aquarius is, you know, you guys are amazing. This is a good time to spend time out and facing where you feel weird and trying something different. And that's for the next 3 days. Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Pisces. So with Pisces, this is creating, this is creating disharmony, a little disharmony wherever you have Pisces in your chart, or if you are Pisces, sun sign, moon sign, ascendant. And every sign I was just saying, your sun sign, moon sign, and ascendant, because you'll feel it the most there, because it's what you identify with, is how you feel, or it's your sun sign. It's naturally who you are. So that's why I always say your sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant. Still wherever you have it in your chart, because it might not be your moon sign, sun sign, or ascendant, but you might have major aspects to Libra or any of those signs in your chart. And this is very brief. This is not anything deep. This is not, you know, a full-on reading. I'm just briefly, off the top of my head, going through every sign and what the degrees mean. So it can mean way more. If you're ever interested, let me know. We can do readings. And I do short readings. It doesn't have to be anything long. But a lot of times people do end up getting a full reading, because it takes time to peel through the layers of your life. It takes time to go backwards and look back at stuff that happened in the past and be honest about it and be honest about where you at now. And then it's easier to foresee where you're going to be at in the future. So really it's just an honest thing. You being honest with yourself during the reading. But Pisces, disharmony with you guys, because y'all love love and y'all love to see everything. Y'all love to see the good in everything. And y'all don't like to always see things for what it was or what it is. And that's why you guys are right across from Virgo. Y'all don't like to see things for what it is. You like to see the best in everything. So it gives you very, very blurry vision. So that's why I say Pisces can't see. They can feel really, really good. Okay? And that's why I always say y'all always led by y'all feet. Y'all jump before y'all look. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because that gives you guys quite an amount of faith. That gives you a lot of faith. Okay? But sometimes y'all have to look before y'all jump, or look before you leap. Okay? Because Virgo looks before they leap. They analyze everything. They measure it out. They got their tape, their measuring tape, their ruler. They got everything before they make any moves. They have a method to everything that they're doing. They look twice. Okay? Pisces, they don't have no book. They don't have no measuring tape. Peace and love, D. Calico. Peace and love, Abdul. Peace and love, you guys. Peace and love, say no more. Peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. But Pisces, just jump. So when you're talking, that's why it causes disharmony in your relationships, because if you don't have glasses on in your relationships, sometimes you guys are sitting right beside somebody you don't know. And it's hard for you guys to see the truth in everything, because you guys either are looking for faith in something or you have too much faith in something. And so this is where you get led wrong. So Pisces, go by how you feel, where you are in your relationship, where you are in this cycle of your relationship. If this is where you still want to be, if this is somebody you want to be with, this is how far you want to go. All of those things, think about that. Are you flowing with this person? What is this person bringing into your life? Libra is a double sign, and so is Pisces. So a lot of different directions, a lot of different ways you're flowing and going. So you have to pay attention to that. Oh, peace and love, D. I did Aries already. I did it at the beginning. So But like I said, I'll go back to it. Aries, it's just a confrontation with you guys. If you're in a relationship, it's making you face some things you guys need to talk about or discuss. If you're not in a relationship, it's helping you face things about yourself or pay attention to the relationships that you enter or that you're thinking about entering, even in partnerships and business. So where you guys like to be the head first is also showing you to learn how to properly connect and have contracts with people so that you know what to do in times of war. Because you guys are a war sign, you're always in a war path, not even in a negative way, because you guys are first responders. You guys are always first on the scene when something is going wrong. But the thing is, you guys got to learn how to have backup a little bit more. So it's showing you to have more trust in your partnerships or to seek out relationships that you can trust in, that we're going to have your back in your time of need, because you guys are always the first responder and the first on the scene for everybody else. So Aries, that's for y'all. You know, learn how to lean on somebody else sometimes. You know, y'all know how to act already, but now you got to learn how to have somebody else back because you're used to having your own back. Learn how to let somebody else have your back and learn to have somebody else back so you know what unity really means. It'll be a beautiful thing with you. And like I said, with Aries, it'll help you confront also your relationship with God, which reflects your relationship with your partner. So, all of you guys, peace and love. Focus on your kidneys as well. I'm going to do another live tomorrow. My energy is just kind of different. I'm a little tired, and I offered to go live, and then I'm like, I'm a little tired now. So, but I wanted to go live just to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get into, it's 2 videos I said I was going to do that I'm still going to do. I had a brother ask me about doing Neptune squaring Jupiter, which I'll do a video on that because Neptune is squaring Jupiter, and that does mean a lot. And then I also said I was going to do a live on submission, this topic that everybody is talking about, and I will just go on and on into it right now. I really wish I could go in right now, but I need gas in my car for that. I need gas in my vehicle to go in that. All right. Oh, you thought you were a Taurus moon, you're an Aries sun and moon. You got a lot of fire. You got a lot of fire, and that's a really good leadership skills. That's really good, and that makes an excellent husband or father with that. But the thing is, it shows that you may have a temper, and you can be bossy sometimes, and it's hard for you to let somebody else lead. And that's not out of an ego thing. It could be simply out of lack of trust or times that you've been alone before. So it'd be hard for you to trust somebody else or take somebody else in and take them serious because you depend on yourself so much. The moon signs. Oh, goodness. That's a lot. You said new moon in Libra. You gotta watch the whole video. I did the new moon in Libra. The Lord, doing all this. The new moon. I did the new moon in Libra for all the signs. A Libra moon is just, the moon pretty much in general is what you find comfort in. Where you find comfort and what you have to face to get that comfort, and what type of person you'll be if you don't do it, and then how you flip-flop throughout your life with that. And it was a sensitive area in your life as well, dealing with your moon. So this is just sensitive areas in your life that you need to focus on. But you said the Aries moon. If you have an Aries moon, you find comfort in, well, you got to find your comfort when you face yourself. And you have to face your areas of frustration first. Once you identify where you're frustrated, it makes you a good leader. And you can also get to the root of a lot of issues. Aries is a basic need sign. Alright, so Aries is dealing with your solar plexus chakra, but it's also dealing with your root chakra because it's a basic need sign. So if you have an Aries moon, it's a basic need for you to always deal with the self. It's a basic need to handle your frustrations and your temper properly. All of that. Your emotions. Moon in Cancer is just, I'm sorry, Moon in Aries is just already hard. That's a really hard place for the moon to be. And so that's just already some type of affliction there. It's no different from the Mars being in Cancer, which is a fall, because Mars in Capricorn is an exaltation. So the moon in Aries, it kind of is the same thing. It's just an uncomfortable place for the moon to be. That's going to give you headaches. Gives your head is going to be sensitive. That will give you a lot of headaches. that would give you a lot of issues with the eyes, issues with your teeth, and it will also sometimes give you skin issues, sensitive in that area, sensitive about your identity. But like I said, once you identify the things as the issues and know how to fix them, and you spend time around people that you respect, a lot of people with knowledge, teachers, people that you like want to be like, people that inspire you, that changes you, and that makes you end up being that type of person with the Aries moon. With the Taurus moon, it's just dealing with value, but it's also just somebody that's not always emotionally secure. So that's somebody who finds comfort in money and food and stuff, but at the end of the day, they need to find themselves and find what really makes them secure. So that's what makes Tauruses be very materialistic sometimes, because on a deeper level, they don't trust what they already have, and they don't trust what they have within themselves on a whole deeper level. So that's why I say it's a superficial level. Yeah, they like to shop. Yeah, they're good with their hands, their beauty. They're good with beauty and all of that. But on another level, Taurus they don't always feel safe. And so they do things and they spend extra money to raise their vibration. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But they're not always very secure people. So that's why I say they're the king or the queen of the zodiac at their highest self. But at their lowest self, a Taurus is a peasant. At a Taurus moon, they're a peasant. They're a slave. At their lowest self. At their lowest self. And they'll be very promiscuous. Tauruses, they can be real nasty at their lowest self, because you have to think about like a king or a queen, or a king. He sleep with everybody. He slept with half his everybody in his town. He sleep with all the maiden girls. At their lowest self, a king can be very disgusting. Just because he's a king don't mean he's always on his throne, or she on her throne, or have their crown on. So that's why I say at their lowest self, they act like a peasant when they don't know their value. Tauruses. Gemini moon is somebody who likes to talk, but they never are understood. So it's different from a sun sign Gemini. A sun sign Gemini, they born to talk. They here for this. They made for this. It's levels to this shit. But a moon sign Gemini, those are sensitive conversations. That's somebody who took their voice. That's somebody who didn't always get to talk and say the things they wanted to say. That's somebody who finds comfort in conversation because they weren't always heard. So that's on a different level, moon sign Geminis. And moon sign Geminis also need to talk to their mama. Oh, I didn't even get into the mama with the other signs. Aries, your mama was either a really good leader or she caused a lot of aggression inside of you. So you decided you wanted to be the best, you wanted to be the first, you wanted to be all those things because of the relationship with your mom, or, in low-key in competition with her, deciding you wanted to be better than her, or she inspired you and she was the person who gave you the knowledge to be what you wanted to be in the first place. That's your relationship with your mom. Taurus is your mom didn't tell you she loved you enough. Not all the time, but on another level, you weren't always secure. Also, sometimes with the mom, with a Taurus moon, the mom may have either showered you with things and instead of real love, or she gave you love when you wanted things, which made you materialistic and maybe sometimes not appreciate the mother. But with a Taurus moon, sometimes you didn't feel appreciated by the mother, which is why you feel secure spending money and getting fed in other ways. It's real deep, y'all. I can't go on and on. It's deep on a whole nother level. So I know people who post memes or they posts, and there are other astrologers out here, but they post things and they don't go deep. Like, I have a lot of background in psychology. I went to school for psychology, and so I have a lot of background in psychology, which supports a lot of things that I talk about with astrology, because astrology is simply psychology and it's science. I mean, it's a whole lot of things. I mean, goodness gracious. But when you back up the things that you're saying, and these are just personalities. These are just different personalities, and everybody has different patterns. It really is simply that. And there's just a certain reason why we all behave a certain way. And so, like a Cancer moon, this is the last one I'm going to do, because I talk a lot for one. I go very in depth. So to go through every sign, that's why I'm like, I'll be talking y'all's head off. And I'm a Gemini, anybody who don't know. So that's what I'm saying. I naturally talk too much or a lot, whether I want to or not. I just do that, and I naturally give an understanding and sometimes an overstanding. I'll over explain something, and I'm okay with that. So I'm okay with knowing that about myself. I'm okay with that because I talk the way I learn, and I need people to give clarity and over explain stuff sometimes so that I'm right and that I ate everything that you gave me. So that's why I get it out that way. So I'm pretty sure you're okay with it because you're watching it. But I'm always wondering sometimes, am I over explaining things? But sometimes people need that clarity, and not everybody wants to go look online, which even online is still somebody else's interpretation. So this is just mine on live off the top of my head, which, that's fine too. It doesn't matter how you get the information or who you get it from, as long as it resonates with you. There's nothing new under the sun, you guys. It's our sun. It's our light. It's our day. This is our information. It's not mine. It's ours. And it feels better when I'm giving it to you because I'm overweight sometimes carrying around information that I can share. I just don't always have time to go live. So this is for all of us. I'm a little, my energy kind of like, I'm not tired of talking. I'm just tired from my day. My energy's like, so I know I'm not normally like as I normally am, but I'm relaxed. But Cancer Moon is the last one I'll do. And then I'm a peace out. I feel like I've been talking a minute. And the longer the live is, the harder it is for people to watch it when they share it. When they see how long it is. So I'm going to do the Cancer Moon. Cancer Moons, very, very sensitive individuals. Deal with emotional stability. All right. Cancers, like I say, is dealing with where you feel at home at or where you feel comfortable at, because cancers deal with the crab, and the crab is always at home within self in its body already. So a crab can live anywhere because they're comfortable everywhere it goes, and so can a cancer, or wherever you have cancer in your chart. But you have to have that stability, and you have to face places in your life where you are not stable in order to find that comfort. When you receive comfort, you know how to give it. And then those who have not received it, especially from their mom, they still know how to give it because they give something they've never given before. And it's even more beautiful, people who transmute energy. And so it's a sensitive relationship with their mother, somebody who has a Cancer Moon. This is somebody who has a really, really good memory. They don't forget anything. So they can remember things, even the bad stuff. They can remember how everything happened. They can remember what you had on because they never forget how they felt when something happened. So that's why Cancers have excellent memory. Whether they're, like I said, whether they're good memories or bad memories. Very sensitive, not in the sensitive cry way. Because a lot of people think when you're talking about sensitive in any sign, especially the water signs, you're thinking about their crybabies. Yeah, they can be crybabies because they deal with release, but they're sensitive because they can feel everything, even what you didn't intend for them to feel, which is what deals with their psychic abilities. Cancers a lot of times may have went through something traumatic, which goes back to their psychic abilities and them remembering things, and them like just being able to have photographic memory and remember certain things a certain way. It really helps them out later on in life as a Cancer Moon. But they're always trying to find comfort. But once they learn to lay on that pillow, they learn to give other people the pillow. So I always tell Cancers, you got to learn to lay on that pillow before you give that pillow up. If you don't know how to be comfortable, you're never going to properly give other people comfort. But Cancers love family. They're very protective of their family. They will get you, all right, if you mess with their family, because they deal with family, they deal with their roots, and they protect all entries. Cancers lock their doors properly because they decide what they do and don't want in. But because Cancer is a water sign and they're across the street from Capricorn, Cancers sometimes don't properly lock their doors. So sometimes any and everything can come in, which is why Cancer is also a disease, because like I said, it deals with what you let in and dealing with what you release. And if you don't release properly, things can mess up your body. Things can take over your body, which will put you at dis-ease. So you want to think about that as well. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'll do another live tomorrow. I'm going to do those 2 live videos tomorrow. That's the Jupiter square Neptune. And the submission video. I'm not going to get into it yet, and I actually don't think anybody's going to get mad at me. I think once, I'm a pretty even person. Mind you, I'm a Gemini, so a lot of things I say, I can put on everybody's clothes and pretty much see everything from everybody's point of view. But I have a lot of strong aspects in Virgo. So I also look at reality, and I also like to look at facts. And hopefully it'll let people look at things a lot differently when it comes to submission, because submission is not necessarily a bad thing. And so I'm glad that a lot of women follow me, because I want women to hear what I'm going to say about it. It makes you look at things differently, and you also, I'm going to hand you your power back. I'm going to hand you your power back, and I'm going to show you the power in submission. There's so much power there. And so I want to give it to you, because as long as you don't think that something is there, you're going to always feel like somebody took something from you. When somebody hands you your power back and gives it back to you, my goodness, women, man, stop. Okay? And I also want to do a video on femininity as well, because I'm going to give you your power back. And I'm going to give you your power back, and you're going to be very grateful, because I love us as a whole, but you can't love the man properly if you don't love yourself, and vice versa, most definitely. But women, this is our world, like for real. These are our sons. They like in our way, so I want you to know what you're submitting to. I want you to know how powerful you are in submitting. And I want you to know what you gain is so much more compensation, all right, in what you do. All right, so we're going to get into that as well. Ladies, if nobody else watched that video, women watch that video. I want you to grab your yanni and feel so different about life, okay? You're going to grab your yanni and be glad that you're a woman, okay? And you should already feel that way, but I'm going to add to it, okay? You are so powerful. You're so powerful, it's going to make your head spin. You don't even realize it. And so I'm going to get into that with you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to have a way more energy tomorrow, I promise. It's just late, and I said I was going to go live. It is past my bedtime. So I'm going to go prepare myself and take care of some things. But I'll get with you guys tomorrow, and we're going to get into it. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure y'all share that video too, because we're going to take care of some stuff right now. Oh my goodness, say no more. I did. Peace and love. I did do Leo already. I apologize. I thought you were watching it. Man, one of my favorite Leos. Man, goodness gracious. Well, Leo, I'll get back into it. Just dealing with your confidence, dealing with your power, and finding that power and bring it into a relationship. A partnership, whether it's for business or for anything like that, but a relationship that you value. So yeah, look at it. Using your strength to get through something, and using your power to express yourself when things are not fair. So that's for Leos, or wherever you have Leo in your life. And this is, like I said, revealing things, because y'all are the light. So you're revealing things. This could be a surprise. This could be a party. Like I said, a lot of times with that Leo and Libra, this looks like some type of celebration or some type of proposal or a baby shower or something like that, because this is some type of party for a union. So like I said, this could be a business celebration or anything like that. Somebody could be getting out of court. A whole lot of stuff, a lot of reasons why people would celebrate or express things or express their heart. And this is dealing with sensitive things that you go into as far as relationships. So pay attention to that. Yeah. Get with me, Abdul, if you want to just have a side conversation, or if you want to do a reading, let me know. Peace and love, say no more. I'll definitely get into it. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. Gemini and Leos we work well together. That would be really cool. There's so much that we could probably talk about. So it's so much to talk about, and I never stop talking. So that's why I'm still on here. So I'm going to talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace and love.